Welcome back to the Spirit Guide Daily. A little bit of a drama in the background with my dog. Let's make sure that he's behaving here. Hey, these are daily messages. They're timeless. They'll reach you when they're meant to. We're going to get some Alice in Wonderland tarot cards. We're going to get some Making Magic cards. And we're also going to get a card from the Sacred Forest. For the month of December, Monday through Friday, the Spirit Guide Daily will be up free on my YouTube channel. In January of 2024, I am moving it to a Patreon and a membership level. And there will be other content. There'll be some magic lessons. There'll be some guided meditations. There's going to be some other things. There'll still be a couple of pick-a-cards a month on my YouTube channel as well. Let's get going here. This is one of my favorite tarot decks for the stock. Like nothing's ever coming in between this, and it's never going to fray. It's nice, it's flexible for my fellow card readers. Be aware that all of the suits have like the same wands and flowers and things though, so there's not as much resonance within the artwork. I have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Now the Queen of Pentacles in the upright it can be earth sign energy, but it's really like focusing on the hearth and home energy. I was like, this is the emergency supervisor card of the tarot. The Queen of Pentacles can handle pretty much anything that comes at her. She's a really good crisis manager. Comes out with the Three of Wands in reverse. Now, the Three of Wands in reverse in relationship energy can mean a third party, but there aren't a lot of feelings involved. It's the just for sex card. But it can also be multiple opportunities coming to you and a need to be very careful with it. I have the Lover's card, the Gemini card, in the upright as well. It's called the Pair in this one, but it's the Lover's card. That is another card of like good choices and being aligned within. Can it be a soulmate card? It can be, but it depends on the context of the reading. This is general. The general energy that you're facing is needing to make really good choices in your work habits and with your energy. Remember, we can all get depleted, and it's important. We have the daffodil fairy just fell on the ground as I was speaking. That's new beginnings. That's the start of new things as well. This is a good energy. It's like a new project is coming to you, and you need to be like very cognizant of not burning out on it. And that's the only thing that I've got here that's giving me the tiniest little bit of pause, because the Three of Wands in reverse is not a bad card, but what it is a card of like considered choices. If it's not, and now if this is a relationship reading, this could apply to some people, so I guess I'll go into it. You're not in a closed relationship at this time, is what that is saying, if you're in a new relationship. With that new beginnings card and then the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands in reverse, there's just options are still being kept open. Particularly if you're not in an ethical non-monogamy type of space, then you may not know, and just to be aware of that. And that comes out sometimes, and don't panic over it. Just kind of have some words with the person that you're seeing, if that is the energy that you're pursuing. But I get the feeling it's not about that this time, that it really is about it's as if you learned a great deal around making strong choices for yourself. And that you need to remember that it's not like you've arrived at a destination and there will never be the opportunity to kind of overdo it sometimes, because that's what I've got here, is the energy of somebody who's a little bit prone to overdoing it, and you're just going to be reminded. And like, can you push sometimes? You can push sometimes, absolutely. But that your choices catch up with you, and to please be a little bit aware of that. So that's the energy that you're facing today, is there is like an opportunity to overtax yourself. Take really good inventory of where you are moment to moment, and only do as much as you can do. This comes out with water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. That's an interesting one, because we don't have any real water spirit energy here. Remember that energetic cleansing is an incredibly important part of energy management. That like a good spiritual shower at the end of the day can also make a big difference. Mostly, that's a card for me of balance, and we've got, this is a little bit weird. It's almost like you need to be hyper aware of staying in balance for, I want to say, the next 3 weeks. It's as if there's like a project or an opportunity or you're trying to get something off the ground, and that you have a history of overextending yourself, and to maybe be really cognizant of it is better to have more energy for the next day than to try and get it all done in one day type of thing. Weigh out your choices and know that, like I said, sometimes you'll choose to keep pushing because there's something you're really trying to achieve, but you need to compensate for it. Like you need to keep everything in balance. You need to make sure that you're touching base with like your spiritual side, meaning like after a long day, even if you're super tired, take a bit, do a clearing, sit and, count your breaths in and out. If you're not in the, I absolutely want to meditate, just concentrate on your breathing at the end of the day. Take some steps to let go of the stress is really what the underlying message is on that one. So that's the Spirit Guide Daily for today, which is kind of a reminder that overextending yourself will always just leave you feeling depleted. And it really is better to leave some tasks for the next day than to continue, like to push past something. The other thing I kind of want to say is that regardless of when this message reaches you, you need to be aware that like the end of March is a big thing for you. Like there's something going on in March, and nothing on the cards. So you're gonna be like, where's she getting that from? I actually am clairvoyant and I actually am psychic, and it's just something that's coming off the daffodils. Is that March is a significant time for you, and that like everything leading up to that is a little bit of like a boot camp around self-management and self-care. All right, so that was the Spirit Guide Daily for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button if you like the reading. Be careful with your choices. Be careful with your energy. Make sure to recharge and do whatever it takes for that. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. And don't forget my podcast, Logical Magic, Examining Esoterica. Take care. Be well.